Both guys, 18 wins, 2 losses, extremely experienced.
Goiti Yamauchi with so many of those wins by submission, 14 of the 18.
You ready? You ready? Fight!
Fight Clock brought to you by Miller Lite, the original Pilsner cheers. It's Miller time.
Yamauchi, a lot of faith in his striking. Wants to stay on the ground. I'm sorry, wants to stay off the ground against Yamauchi. Incredibly flexible, incredibly unorthodox.
You can see how willing Yamauchi is to get this to the ground.
Yep.
Loves his jiu-jitsu. Just falling in love with that rear naked choke. He has 10 wins by rear naked choke, and he's only 22.
Transition to the footlock right away. In a calf slicer position. Look at the left leg of Kobayashi. That's a great transition, not letting Kobayashi off the hook, staying sticky.
Kobayashi with his back up against the fence. Keep this in mind. He's a veteran, but this is only his 5th fight inside a cage. His fights have come in Japan, almost all of them inside a ring. How is that different?
A lot of breakups as guys get tangled in the ropes. They restart them in the center. You get little tiny advantages that way. Cage is much less forgiving.
2 weeks away from watching Marcin Held go for a world title, the submission ace. Yamauchi is very tricky as well.
Both guys have a similar style, a lot of leg locks, aggressive from the bottom and the top, unorthodox. Hard to train for a guy like that. Kobayashi right now so far on the defensive. Trying to ride this out, get it back to the feet. Look at that beautiful transition. Didn't let him off the hook. A lot of guys lose a submission like that and they just get back to the feet, but Goiti Yamauchi staying on him. That's exactly where Kobayashi does not want to be. 1 hook in, now 2. Yamauchi just not giving him a break.
And no rope break that he is accustomed to. Kobayashi says, everyone will remember my name when this is over. You need to be a little more specific than that.
Be careful what you wish for.
Kobayashi finished his camp in California. He spent a lot of time in the States, but he has never fought here. Body triangle locked. Yamauchi showing no signs of the time away from the cage.
Because he's kept it in his world. He hasn't taken any big strikes, hasn't had to deal with adversity early. That's where ring rust comes out. Your timing's a little off. But Goiti Yamauchi has done so much grappling that as soon as it goes to the floor, he's going to be comfortable. I don't care how much time he's taken off. In rear naked choke position, not under the chin yet. Notice how he didn't waste a lot of time going for it. Now resets and going for it again.
Goiti Yamauchi is so beyond his years the way he operates.
Completely. And they are right in front of us. Goiti's still searching, trying to get that forearm under the chin. Don't expect him to overcommit until he gets there.
It's a long 85 seconds.
Now almost in a reverse arm triangle position. Don't see this very often. I've seen this with a gi. I've never seen it no gi. Going back to the rear naked again. Now we might have it. Putting a lot of pressure on him, going to the gable grip. Look at the pressure on the back.
Yamauchi in complete control.
Kobayashi's out. And for Kobayashi, you're waiting for the break. You're waiting for that moment when this kid will stop attacking, and it is not coming.
This has been methodical. Look at how calm he has remained.
Trying to step up, maybe trying to trap the arm. Looking for a couple heel strikes. And right now, if you're Kobayashi, you're just waiting for that bell to ring. Stepping over, trying to trap the arm. BJ Penn famous for that.
Kobayashi going to lose the round. just getting to it. Looking for an opening, trying to use these last few seconds. Kobayashi is not only alive, he is well at the end of round number 1. Yamauchi had the fight where he wanted it because he landed that big elbow to set up a very big round 1. He was supposed to fight tonight his next title defense, probably against Joe Warren, still to come. Yamauchi was so impressive in round number 1, how methodical he was.
See what the greats do. They don't spend a lot of energy going for something they're not going to get. He kept switching, looking for that right position, didn't burn a lot of gas.
Quarterback, first receiver isn't open, go to the second, go to the third, go to the fourth. And remember, Yamauchi on the right of your screen is still just 22 years old.
Scary. That being said, having a dominant round on the ground, submission-wise, the guy gets up, he's physically still in good shape. If that had been a punching exchange the entire first round, he'd be bloody, he'd be battered, but he's not. He's still very much in this fight physically. An outside trip by Kobayashi. I don't know if that was a smart move.
You can see what Yamauchi accomplished the last time the fight was here, and he was more than content. You want to take it here? Come into the web, said the spider to the fly.
And didn't throw a lot of strikes. I mean, that's not a high total for a guy who spent the entire first round on the ground. He's a submission guy. That's what he thinks of first.
It was technical dominance, not damage.
Yes, exactly.
Kobayashi on top now, king of pancrase. Think of some of those names. And Shamrock, Frank Shamrock, Funaki, Guy Metzger.
Bas Rutten, great fighters.
Whenever I hear Bas Rutten now, I just like to hear him say, yo.
Liver kick, that's another good one.
And you think, when you flash back to Bas, how devastating it was in pancrase, you think of those open-handed slaps.
To knock you out with an open hand, that's incredible.
Anaconda is a good way to describe it.
And for the Kimura, seeing here trying to isolate the left arm of Kobayashi.
Kobayashi coming down in weight. He has spent most of his career at lightweight. This is just his 4th fight at 145.
No, great job isolating the Kimura. Kobayashi has to roll right now.
Trying. He is tied up pretty good. He's out.
He's rolled, but he's still in Kimura position. His arm is still bent. He's still in a lot of trouble.
And we've been talking about the poise of Yamauchi, but you can see the veteran Kobayashi. He hasn't panicked in any of these situations.
He has not.
He's been largely dominated for the 8 minutes, but he's still here. With knockout power. Yamauchi has never faced another Japanese fighter. Obviously came up through Brazil, where he grew up. We talked extensively, they both did, about the pride. Which I mean in both senses of the word.
He grew up in Brazil. He's Brazilian for sure, but he talked about that Japanese spirit. He talked about that a lot when he talked about this fight. Nice elbow.
When he was 8 years old, he met Vanderlei Silva. And 5 seconds before he met him, he heard a noise he had never heard before. And that was Vanderlei Silva working out and throwing kicks. Now you see the cut, you see the damage finally done. Kobayashi's taking a couple of good elbows here.
And I like that ability to switch gears and try something different with those short elbows.
How bad a spot is that for that cut?
Outside the eye is usually pretty good. Shouldn't interfere with his vision too much, but I can't see exactly how bad it is from here, but the placing's not bad. It's not on the lid, it's not a fight-stopping area. The problem is, though, it's an easy place to target on the ground. Trying to get that leg through, pass half guard.
Featherweight world title will be decided in St. Louis in 2 weeks. Third fight of the trilogy between Patricio Pitbull and Daniel Straus. That line at featherweight is long, impressive, Goiti Yamauchi wants to be on that list.
And the way he's fighting tonight, he belongs there. Looks like a neck crank position. If you can activate the hips enough to really crank on the back, you can get this, but can't tell how much he's going for it.
It's been all Yamauchi, but Kobayashi survived.
He was able to roll and relieve the pressure on the shoulder. That's the only reason we're seeing a round number 3.
You can't score on defense, Jimmy, but you can survive, and Kobayashi has.
And he survived just enough, able to relieve the pressure on his left shoulder with that roll. If he hadn't, you wouldn't just see a tap, you could have seen a break there. And look at the elbow. Beautiful shot by Goiti Yamauchi. I can't get the submission. I'm going to switch gears, do a little damage. Veteran move.
Which direction do you go in round 3? Jimmy, you thought it was a 10-8 round number 1.
10-8 round number 1, complete wipeout on the ground. The only reason the second round wasn't a 10-8 was the takedown. He was on top a little bit, slightly more competitive, but round number 2 could have been a 10-8 as well.
10-8 round usually includes those potentially fight-ending moments. Kobayashi was in real danger in round 1.
Several times. Like I said, round 2 could have been a 10-8 as well. Nice knee.
Kobayashi has never been stopped. He has lost twice, both on the judges' card.
Kobayashi has to let it all hang out in this 3rd round. Oh my God! How dominant can you be? A wipeout on the ground, and look at that shot. Dropping Kobayashi. As you said, having never been finished, Kobayashi, a very tough customer, and he just dropped him with that shot. I think if he followed up some strikes, he could finish it right now, but going back to his jiu-jitsu. Man, pick your poison with this kid.
This is stunning how dominant a performance this has been.
Stepping over, committing to the Kimura.
Almost had it in round 2.
And now he's going right to the back. Look at that transition. Man.
Jimmy, he went for the Kimura to set this up.
Oh, man. I love that sense, that maturity of, I'm not going to get this. I already have to be thinking about the next move or the next position. This is impressive stuff from a young kid.
This is checkers and chess right now.
Completely. I've said it before. Up against a superior grappler, it's like playing chess with half the pieces.
Kobayashi is a veteran of over 20 professional fights. He has never been stopped, and it seems in this one he has been in danger of being stopped from the opening minute.
A lot of pressure on the neck right now. This could be it. Not under the chin, but he could be putting enough pressure to put him out from here. And this is that Japanese warrior spirit. Kobayashi in so much trouble here. He is still fighting back, still trying to stay in this fight.
I don't know what's been more impressive, Yamauchi's dominance or the fact Kobayashi's still here.
I would say Yamauchi's dominance. This has been a one-sided train wreck.
Sometimes you're the windshield, sometimes you're the bug. We said one of these guys needed to make a statement in this very stacked featherweight division. We're watching the statement right now.
Now, you and I have talked about it whenever we talk about 145 is who's the young gun who's going to challenge the established names at featherweight. I think we're getting that question answered tonight.
Saw Emmanuel Sanchez take that step forward, and Hidalgo last month. Goiti Yamauchi has done that here. He said the time away was good for him. He healed up, refocused his career, and it has shown in a dominant performance.
And for the rear naked, gable grip. Look at the pressure with the hips. He's giving it all this time.
It's over. Kobayashi had never been stopped in his professional career. He was dominated for 14 minutes by Goiti Yamauchi, who records the stoppage. That was beyond impressive.
If Goiti Yamauchi had scripted this fight, this is how it would have gone. Dominant in every facet of the game. Incredible. This was the big shot that dropped Kobayashi. I think he could have finished him with strike, but went back to his instincts, which were jiu-jitsu. Look at this beautiful left hand right on the jaw. And Goiti Yamauchi clocks in and goes back to work on the ground. Look at this. Over for the Kimura and then to the back, both hooks in. Man, that's a great transition. Look at this. Eyes closed, putting everything behind this crank. Not even underneath the chin, but too much for Kobayashi tonight. Man, Goiti Yamauchi, it's hard to look more impressive than that.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the tap comes by way of a rear naked choke. Official time, 3 minutes, 50 seconds into round number 3. The winner by submission, do Brasil, Goiti Yamauchi.